to another episode of Inspiration Talks. In today's episode, I have a very special guest all the way from Indonesia who is an author. Her name is Tarisa. She's a content creator. So, before any delay, let's welcome her. Assalamualaikum Tarisa. How are you doing today?
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah, I'm great. How about you, Lima?
I'm also good, Teresa. Thank you so much, first of all, for being part of the show. So, Teresa, I would like to start our today's conversation with your childhood. So, where were you born? What did you study?
I was born and raised in a small town. It's called Medan City, and my childhood is full of adventure. To be honest, I wasn't the kid who spent time at home a lot. Almost every day after I go home from school, I would play with my friends and came back home after I heard Azan Maghrib. So, moreover, I like to ask my parents to Salat Maghrib in masjid so I could have more time with my friends. Because of that, I had a lot of time to explore and adventuring my neighbor. And then, yeah, I was born and raised in that small town. Since I was in elementary school until I'm in senior high school.
Okay, so what did you want to be when you were a kid, and why did you want to be that?
So I already be an anti-mainstream person since I was a child. So when a lot of children wanna be a doctor, wanna be a teacher, I wanna be someone else. Okay, and it's changed time by time. But the point is, I don't wanna be a doctor and a teacher because a lot of my friends wanna be like that. I want to be different. So I ever dreamed about be a designer interior, a comic artist, a scientist, etc. And it's always changed. But the last dream I ever had since when I was a child, I want to be an actress playing a movie. Yeah,
Okay, so would you like to become actress in the future if you get a chance?
I'm not sure, but now I'm more interested with the writer of scenario.
Okay, so Teresa, what were your favorite cartoons when you were a kid?
So I like to watch Japanese cartoons since I was a child, and until now I really like to watch it. And also when I was child, I almost every day I watch a cartoon from Nickelodeon like Dora, Diego, and then Avatar Aang, yeah, something like that from Nickelodeon.
Okay, those are actually very nice cartoons. So, Teresa, what was your favorite subject?
I always like art and then sports, history, and English. Even I know my English is still bad, but I really like it.
Okay, so, what's your biggest passion?
My biggest passion is storytelling. So I really enjoy share my story from a content or a book that I wrote. When I was in junior and senior high school, I also like share a story from a theater show, like a drama musical. Because I think give a lesson, not just by your present in the class, listen what your teacher teach, have a lesson, have information, can you get from a book or from a content. So I really like to storytelling.
Okay, so what's the one of the biggest challenge you have faced till now?
Well, it's a little bit complicated actually, but I think the biggest challenge in my life is fight my disease. Because since I was a child, I had a lot of disease until I forgot how many times I must to be hospitalized, get a lot of injection, consume a lot of medicine. So until now, and it's really a biggest challenge for me, fight my disease.
So, what's the most important lesson you have learned till now?
I think the most important lesson that I've learned in this life is today, this time, this second is gonna be a history, right?
Yeah.
And I don't wanna be the person who read my history and then feel regret because things that I did, mistake that I did. I didn't say I cannot make a mistake, okay? But I mean I don't wanna myself in the future find I did the same mistakes in many times. make my history become so dark. I don't want to be like that. So I think the most important lesson is use the time, the chance that I have right now to the to a kindness, to a great thing, to a good thing.
So when did you know that you wanted to be an author?
Yeah, this is a good question. So okay, I remember. Ah, since in senior high school, when I realized I have a big desire of storytelling, I have a big desire to make a story. So I think since I was in senior high school.
Okay, so you were in high school that time. What is the first step for writing the book? Like for writing a book, you need to be creative, right? You need to write different stories in a creative way. So, what do you think is the first step for the creativity?
I think the first step to for creativity is let your imagination lead. Let your imagination lead yourself. Take a time, grab your pen, and then hear what your imagination says. I know it sounds crazy, right? Like, but it works for me. If you don't know how to make your imagination lead, put the illustration on your mind. Imagine one view that you like. Maybe a calm lake in the forest, maybe a snow, maybe a quiet garden or something like that.
Mhm.
Just imagine one greatest view on your head, and then let your imagination play and lead yourself.
So, as you live in Indonesia, so how is life there?
Yeah, everything is great in here. There are a lot of festivals this month nowadays. So yeah, I think for nowadays this month is full of festival in Indonesia. For example, also last month is the as an Indonesian we celebrate the birthday of Jakarta, the capital city of Indonesia.
So, what are the traditional food there?
The most famous traditional food in Indonesia is called empek-empek, and empek-empek is a savory Indonesian fish cake made of fish and tapioca. It's from Palembang, Sumatera. Empek-empek is served with rich sweet and sour sauce, and it's really delicious and so fresh. I don't know. I mean, like, I think I can eat that food in every day of my life because it's so. Oh my god, it's so delicious.
Okay, so what is it made of? Like, can you cook it at home
It's
as
from
well?
yeah, it's from fish and tapioca, fish and flour.
Okay,
It's so
okay.
nice and yes.
That sounds delicious. Okay, so are the so what is the most famous sweet in Indonesia?
I think the most famous sweet in Indonesia is lupis. Is an Indonesian traditional sweet cake made of glutinous rice, banana leaves, coconuts, and brown sugar sauce. And oh my god, it is so delicious. I mean, like one day when you visit Indonesia, I think you must to try it.
Yeah, I will give it a try. Like it actually the ingredients look very yummy. Okay, so Teresa, from here I would like to ask, are there any common myths in Indonesia?
Yes, it is. So I don't know. It sounds like a little bit silly and crazy, maybe. But yeah, one of the famous myths in Indonesia is, which I never believe, that if you sit down in the middle of the door, that means you will be hard to find your soulmate. So you don't allow to sit down in the middle of a door because people will gonna say, hey, don't sit in there. If you sit in there, you're gonna be hard to find your love, to find your true love, to find your soulmate. And this sounds crazy for me, but yeah, it's common in Indonesia.
Is Indonesian language easy to learn?
I cannot say it easy at all, and I cannot say it hard at all, because
Oh,
the reason why Indonesian language is easy because we don't use grammar like in English. I mean, like in English, there are simple present tense, simple future, and future, and then past tense, something like that. But in Indonesia, we don't use it, so it's gonna be so easy. But also because we don't have any grammar, So it could be hard if you don't if you don't know the vocabularies. So you just need to memorize a lot of vocabularies in Indonesia because it will make you know is this a sentence of past tense or this is a sentence of present tense. Yeah. So we don't have any grammar, but you must to remember a lot of vocabularies. You can start from listening, from listen what they say. Maybe you can start from watching their movie or maybe listen to the Indonesian songs. It's really help.
Okay, so Teresa, as you are a content creator, so what made you feel like you want to be a content creator as well?
I think the reason why I can become a content creator like right now, even though I think I'm still beginner, is when I know what people want, when I know what my audience wants, and what they want is something that I can do. So I think yeah, this is the key. And also, if you want to be a content creator, you must to be different and consistent. That is the key. Difference and consistent.
That's right, I completely agree with you. Consistency is the key to success even. So let's look towards, let's imagine and inspire. So if you win $10,000 million, how will you spend that money?
Okay, the question is so hard. $10 million.
Yeah, $1 million.
Okay. I think yeah, I will. I think that money, the half. I think I will donate, donate the money, but not all the money. And then maybe 50% for donation for charity, and 50% I think uh I wanna use it for study. I mean, like study have a large meaning. Okay, so yeah, maybe the 50% is for me to study more what I want, and then not for me, but for people around me. I want to give a facility to people around me, so they want to study more and more, without much to think about the fee.
So if you could live anywhere for one whole year, what country would you like to live in?
I think if you ask about country, I think I will choose still Indonesia.
Okay, you will choose Indonesia. That's great. That's great to know. If you had to write a book tomorrow, what book would you write on?
Maybe it's gonna be a spoiler for my next book, but yeah, I'm on plan to write my next book about. I try something new, a new genre. So I would like to try a book about thriller, about murder, because I never read about it before. I don't know. I'm trying to make a horror, thriller, and murder story. So yeah, maybe about that. About that.
Okay, Teresa. So does anyone inspires you?
Of course, yes, of course. Um, Always the one who inspired me is Sultan Muhammad Al Fatih. He is a leader in the past in the Turkey Ottoman, and the reason why I really admire of him because uh, he he had a lot of um, he is so smart. He was so smart, and then he also so close with Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala, and it really makes me jealous. If he can, if he could do that, I think I also can do that. So the one who inspiring me is Muhammad Al Fatih.
Okay, that's great to know. So, Teresa, what's one lesson your job has taught you that you would like to say to the listeners that everyone should know about this point?
I think it's about life. It's about the journey of life. We live in this world. We meet each other. I think in our meet, in our change, there is also a story. So I think the best lesson is when we have the story, When we have the change, please don't waste it. When you have the time, when you have a change, when you meet a new people, please don't waste it. Don't waste your time with a very toxic things and be careful with what other people say. I mean, like, of course, we don't need to hear what other people say. Yes, that's right. But sometimes other people know what say something about us from what they see. So I think uh, others' opinion is important too. But come on, let's filter it and don't be overthinking.
What's one piece of advice which you would like to share with my listeners?
Yeah, I think it seems like I was told you before, but I want to add some. I want to add some point. One point is um, what we have now,
Yeah.
our time, our families, our friends, and then our change. It's really the best thing that we can have because what we did in the past. Okay,
Yeah.
if now we have a good circle, if now we have a good friendship, a good relationship with our family, it's because in the past we lost our families, we lost our friends in a good way, in the right
Yeah.
way. If now we don't have a great job, we don't have a good moment, maybe it's because the mistake that we did in the past. So be careful with what you do. Be careful with what you want to say because it will give a big impact in the future. Just it.
That's right. I completely agree with it. It was great talking with you, Teresa. Here is a small gesture from me to you.
Okay, thank you.
So, would you like to say something in the end?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you for Laiba for inviting me in this wonderful interview, and thank you for the listeners to watch this video until the end. I really hope you guys can reach all your goals and all your dreams. Keep going, and please don't be overthinking.
Okay, so
I don't know how to describe. Okay, so